Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But first, y'all, let me first give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. We are looking at the VIX, and as you can see, pre-market support is around here at 1641. We are under this 5 EMA, which is interesting, right? So back to the upside, we will need to clear back above 1647. We could possibly have trouble here at 1655. Again here at 1663. 1668, 1672, there's a lot of congestion in this area, so we need to break above all of this. If we do, we could very well come back to 1682. Breaking beyond the 1682, the 50 EMA is around 1694, so it wouldn't surprise me, again, breaking this level. And if we should break that, the next trouble, that place that I will be concerned at, is at the ATR trail and stop at 1708. Again, I look at the VIX only because it gives me an idea of what's going on with the SPY. So under 1641, we could very well come back to 1618, and again here at 1609, 1604. And if we break that 1604 or 1601, if we break that 1601, 1594 could very well be a support place for the VIX. So let's look at the SPY, because it is interesting that we closed at 591.95 and we have already made a pre-market high of 596.95. In my opinion, it wouldn't surprise me to see us come all the way back down, right? So where are the trouble places for the SPY as of right now? I would definitely watch this area of 596.71. Breaking that, we could possibly have trouble around 597.10. If we should break that level, 597.72, 598.04, 598.29 could very well be a trouble place. And again here at 598.98. Now there's two levels here at 599.29, so I would kind of like watch that area. If we break that 599.29, we could very well come back to 599.60 and possibly have some trouble. Now, to the downside, what's interesting is we've been moving up, so there's going to be some resistance somewhere. So I will watch this by under 595.97. Now, I do have this area 595.16 marked because it was a strong area of support, in my opinion. Breaking that level, we can come back to the ATR trail and stop, which is around 594.32, which is not far from the 594.37 area and the 594.17 area. So that's like a strong area of support, in my opinion. The ATR trail and stop could very well be a strong area of support and resistance. That's something to be mindful of. So to the downside, continuing under this 594.17 for the SPY, 593.85. And if we should break that, 592.62, 592.12, and again here at 591.57. So if you trade the SPY today, it is moving to the upside, or has moved to the upside, and so has Tesla. So trade carefully, right? So we are looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 410.44. Pre-market high thus far is 420.76. We're right here at a support level, 419.71. So where are the trouble places for Tesla moving to the upside? If we break above 420.76, we could possibly have trouble at 422.19, and if we break that, 425.39, again at 427.90, 429.84 could very well be a trouble place, 429.84, and if we should break that, we can come all the way back to the 434.58 or 434.54. Now, to the downside, if by chance we break back under the level of 417.654, let's say 417.54. If we break that level, we can come back to this level of support, 413.75, 412 even. If we break that, then we can come back to 408.43, and breaking that level, 404.80. Let me make sure I had 408.43, and then at the 404.80. I needed to get those numbers right. Okay, so under the 404.80, we could very well find support 402.54. So if you trade Tesla today, those are places to the upside and to the downside, and Tesla normally exceeds its ATR. Let me say that. It does what it does. So if you trade Tesla today, trade carefully, y'all. So NVDA closed at 144.47. It too is up pre-market. 148 74 is the pre-market high thus far. Look where our trouble places are. It seems to be finding support here at the 148.10. Now, if we break past that, we could possibly have trouble again at 148.69 to the upside, right? Now, if we break the 148.69 area, 149.39 could be a trouble place, and we could very well continue climbing. It's interesting that we're at this place with NVIDIA, in my opinion, considering we were just down at the 138.31. So I would say trade carefully today. In my opinion, I would definitely watch back to the downside under 147.34. If we break that 146.89, again here at 146.49, the ATR trailing stop as of now is at 146.05. If we should break that 145.81, 145.39, and I would definitely watch around the 145 even area for NVIDIA. Now, breaking that, we could very well come back to 143.31. What's interesting is these candles that are forming now here on this 30-minute chart, but when the bell rings, anything is possible, right? So let's look at AMD today just to see where we are. 125.37 is where we close. We've made a pre-market high of 129.29. I can mark this gathering spot here. Price was trading at that 128.60 up to this 129.29 area. So where are the trouble places to the upside? Breaking back above the 129.24. We could possibly have trouble 129.72, and if we break that level, 130.63, 131.06. If we break that level, we could possibly have trouble 132.08. Could be a resistance area for us, and if we should break that, 132.56. So if you trade AMD, those are trade places to the upside or resistance areas. Now back to the downside under 128.54. I would definitely watch around the 128.13 area, and if we break that level, 127.45 could be a strong support area for us, and it's kind of back in this zone here. So under the 127.45, 126.63, 126.40, and again here at 125.69, breaking that 125.69 for AMD can bring us back to 124.94. So if you trade AMD today, those are places to the upside and to the downside I would definitely watch. Let me say that. So anything is possible, nothing is guaranteed. We are looking at Apple. Apple is moving sideways for us. We close at 243.36. High pre-market thus far is 245.33. We're back in a gathering spot support area at 244.10. If we should break this level, 243.24, 242.96, and again here at 242.40, under that level we can come back to 241.94. Those are support places. Breaking that can bring us back to this low of 240.21 area. So I would watch Apple if I traded Apple today. Now back to the upside, it would definitely need to get back above 245.33 and make a new high. If we break that level, we could possibly have trouble 246.54, breaking that 247, and if we should break 247, we could possibly have trouble here at 247.37 and again at 247.51, which is not that far away. So if you trade Apple today, those are places to the upside and to the downside. Today should be an interesting day in the market, y'all, because looking at a pre-market, everything is already gapped to the upside. So does that mean we're going to continue climbing, or we're going to have a nice decline or a strong sell-off? That's something to be mindful of. That's why it's so important to read your charts, pay attention to your charts, and trade what you see. And once it goes against your why, make sure you have the discipline and stop losses set to get out of the trade and live to trade another day. So y'all, when I look at the market, this is what I see. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day today. If you could, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, y'all, because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.